let's see. We did one yesterday. We talked about the impact of the storms on how they were supposed to hit, parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, of course. That's gonna stay in the position. That's gonna stay in the areas. That's gonna be in the same areas. We talk about the same areas, except we include Texas and Oklahoma this time, and parts northeast of that, and with some changes to the weather. So we're gonna have some stuff to talk about, and also we're gonna be talking about this winter storm on what progression is supposed to be making. We may be live tomorrow with the weather, either tomorrow or Tuesday. Now, if we don't do a live stream tomorrow, we're gonna do the weather update. But sometime tomorrow we may just appear, check in on what's happening with the weather. So, but tomorrow we'll have a weather update and a possible stream. So, we don't know. It's just gonna have to depend on what the weather says and what the weather does, and if it gets severe, then we will pop on. And I'm gonna be going over the outlooks, a winter storm warning, a severe outbreak, a severe outlook for Monday into Tuesday. Actually, through Tuesday. And yeah, so that's it. And for most of if you're not involved in this, if your state's not involved in this, and your state's mainly clear as of now. We're talking about down here in parts of Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts. All these areas up here are going to be clear for the next couple days. Not, like I said, not all of these areas will be expecting the severe outlook in the winter storm as going to be coming. It's just portions of some states and some parishes. So let's go ahead and look at what the Weather Street has for us. And then we're going to be looking at some other things, and then we're going to be looking at the outlook. So let's go. Alrighty. I think I put on the 10-day. I did not mean to actually put on the 10-day. I meant to do a 3-day forecast. So, what's today? You can see at the bottom, it has the time. Now, I know if you're in Eastern time, it will be 4 o'clock for you. If you're Pacific, if you're in Central, it will be 3 o'clock. If you're in Pacific, it will be 1 o'clock. So, yeah. So that's how the time is gonna go. So if you're in Central, it's gonna be 3. If you're in Eastern, you can go by this time. If you're in Pacific, you gotta go from 1 o'clock. So there's gonna have to do a lot of calculation if you're in Pacific. And if you're in, what's that other time zone? If you're in the other time zone, which I forgot what it's called, it will be 2 o'clock for you. So, yeah. But anyway, here we go. So the time's right there. I'm mainly just gonna be focusing. Right now, we're gonna look at the severe weather outlook, and then we're gonna go from the winter storm warning that we have. So right now, what's happening in the morning time around 7 o'clock? Now this is just, well, this is actually 7 o'clock. Yep. Okay. You go from 7. You see some rain showers at the southeast around Houston area in Texas, and that's coming from the Gulf. If you don't know, 10 o'clock. This is in actually in a couple hours, like about 2 hours if you're in Central. It will be out into the clouds and rain is starting to build more off to the west of Louisiana and south and south Texas. Clouds and rain starting to build off, right? You go into 1 a.m. Then some rain clouds and some rain showers in Louisiana. You go into 4 a.m. This is east, by the way. So it expands all the way. Let's just go with some areas. It goes from Alexandria, Ruston, Monroe, Shreveport, Spring Hill, Shreveport, Plainville, and Vivian, all of them, most of these areas that are in northwest Louisiana, northeast Louisiana, is going to get hit by some rain early in the morning. It starts to clear out about 6 o'clock Central Time. Some other areas may be clear, like Ruston. You may be in the clear for a couple minutes, not too long, because you have that other batch of rain that's coming to you. So, and then around 10, it clears out again. You see more clouds building off in Oklahoma. Now, this is going to create another storm, which we're about to actually get into that. So, right now, this is just the first part out of 2 more storms that we're going to be talking about. Not in just this one entire, not in just the severe outlook portion. I'm talking about the winter storm warning too. The winter storm. We'll be talking about that as well. So that makes 2. So we got this first part that is going to hit early in the morning. Then we got the severe part that is going to hit later in the afternoon and into Tuesday. Then we got the winter storm. So, and then you just go. And then there's finally some more batch of showers and possibly thunderstorms that form in Arkansas. Now, here's the question for Louisiana. You will see after I show you the outlook. But is this one part just for Louisiana, or are there going to be 2 parts? Now we know there's going to be 2 parts for Arkansas and Mississippi. Well, at least north of Mississippi. But is it going to be for Louisiana? That is to be determined. Because by the way the outlook looks, it's kind of depending. Are we gonna get one batch of storms, or are we gonna get 2 batch? We're gonna have to find that out, and that will be in tomorrow's update. We find that out tomorrow. So, for sure. And this is it. See, look. Okay, so that's 4 p.m. Look, it continues going up north. So this is what I'm tricking about. This is why I'm kind of concerned. And just because, when Louisiana and Texas is not getting rain. So, as of now, they're not going to get rain. Or determined to not get rainfall at this moment. It's saying that Louisiana and Texas is not going to get rain at all from this storm. Now, I'm kind of not determined, but I'm kind of watchy about the Texas and Louisiana area too, because, they have them small little storms that'll pop up anywhere from that cloud and from the storm. And when that happens, that can create bigger and stronger storms. So that's why I'm kind of concerned for the Texas and Louisiana area, just because they're not going to get much storms, even if no storms from this part 2 of the severe side. But that's why I'm concerned. And as you go into the farther, this storm just takes its toe northward. Now you finally see around 1 a.m. This is where we probably will be live. We're gonna probably be live at this time tomorrow night. But this is why I'm kind of concerned about the Louisiana, Texas area. It's right in this time zone at midnight time Tuesday. This is why I'm kind of concerned. And I'm definitely concerned for the Arkansas one. Because by that, I'm not gonna tell you the outlooks, because I want you to see the outlooks, because I don't want to spoil it or anything. But this is why I'm kind of this is why I'm kind of concerned for the Texas and Louisiana area. You see, it continues going on. Now, this is what I'm talking about. You see there. Look at Louisiana and look at Arkansas. Big storm up there, small storms down here. That's what I'm talking about. Because you don't know how much powerful them storms can get. Definitely with the storm north of it. And trust me, that storm will drag all that rain and stuff with it. So, and this is, look at this, more of the rainfall for Louisiana. And it finally gets out of here from, maybe I would say in the afternoon, then it goes into Kentucky area. Now, it's not concerning for Kentucky and Tennessee. I'm going to tell you why. The storms are already reached their toe as soon as they get as soon as they start to build, they've reached their total. Like in Arkansas and Louisiana, definitely in Arkansas. Tuesday overnight. That's when that's when you should be on alert, because that's when the most severe side of the storm comes, and it's definitely gonna be imploding in Arkansas. So, yeah, but that's why I'm not concerned about Kentucky and Tennessee as much as I am for parts of Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Definitely Arkansas. Arkansas, main threat from this. Arkansas. Because this storm is bam blasting straight into Arkansas. So that's what I'm concerned about. But it looks to stay clear for Wednesday. Well, actually, no, it does not. More batchy rain showers gonna pop up. I did not see that. I was looking at the other storm, like I was looking at the storm in Tennessee. I thought it would be close down here, but no. More showers and possibly storms popping up. A little wintry mix popping up in Texas. Nothing that would cause traveling issues, but actually we hope not. And then you see, look at this. Look at this. Snow and wintry mix. That would be talked about tomorrow. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. So, we got lots of stuff to talk about tomorrow. Lots of stuff to talking about right now. We are talking about if you watch today's or tomorrow's, it's still going to be severe and dangerous at the same time. It's a dangerous situation for this week, for sure. So, if you live Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, you got to get ready. And even Missouri, Kentucky, or Tennessee, because don't forget, tornado outbreak is starting this season. It starts in April for Louisiana. This is only a preview. We're already getting the highest risk out of all of the states that was in these risks that we've been getting so far. So to my opinion, that does not mean good. That means bad. And definitely with tornado season coming up, yeah. But, anyway, let's go into the 10 days just to show you what the 10 day be looking like. I think this shows a different kind of precipitation. See, it shows like that. Now this way happens. I'm not gonna leave out the 10-day forecast, but this is a 10 day. Don't forget. So this time extends longer than what the 3 day does. But this shows that the storm moves up north and it passes by. Well, Louisiana could get some of the ice, but nothing too bad. Traveling issues would be okay if you go outside, you go to school. If you go, anywhere from that period, you look to be fine. And then school starting again come Monday for my area. We look to be fine, other than some more ice in Arkansas. And yeah, the school week looks to be perfect. It looks to be like a perfect week. This is the last week that we have. This coming up week, this is the last week that we have until we go back to school. So, and this is not a good week. So next week will be much better than what this coming up week will. So if you have plans for next week, not this week, not this week coming up, but next week, you could definitely ensure that them plans will happen, unless if you change them, of course. But like I said, it looks like a great week next week. We definitely got to look at the temps to find out. But yeah, that's what we're about to go check out real quick. Alrighty, let's go ahead and check out the temperatures for next week. Starting, yeah, it's just gonna be kind of chilly a bit near the mid-30s, but it's still a great week. And come Thursday, more storms likely, and Wednesday, storms likely. This week is not a good week. This week is a stormy week. So if you have plans for this week, make plans next week and not this coming week. Because, gosh, I can tell you we're going to be live a lot. looks like the only great days are gonna be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for this week. So we're talking about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of severe weather and rainfall. So, yeah, but anyway, this was the risk for today. We go into the risk. We go, and you see there's already an area flash flood watch issued because that area can expect 3 inches of rainfall. But you go into the outlook. Here's the day 1 outlook. This was today. Tornado probability nowhere to be seen today. Tomorrow, you go into that day 2. Now this is what interesting me. This is why it was interesting to me. There's a slight risk issued for Dallas, Fort Smith, Little Rock, and everything else. Yesterday, there was a slight risk issue for Louisiana. That is why I'm kind of concerned on Texas and Louisiana, because don't forget we're still in a scale out of 2 to 2, out of the scale of 2 to 5. We're on a 1 to 5 scale. Now I wouldn't necessarily count general thunderstorm as a scale, but you can count it. So if you want to count it a 2 out of 6 scale, then I would do that. But I call it a 2 out of 5 scale. A 1 out of 5 scale for marginal. Marginal is just necessarily a severe storm may pop up. But come Thursday, that risk comes, gets out of Arkansas, and it was still in that marginal risk come Tuesday. So, like I said, definitely if you're east of I-49, you're in that marginal risk. Shreveport's in it as well. South of I-20, you're in it. If you're north of I-49, then that means, and if you're west of I-49, that means that you're in the general thunderstorm risk, which that means that you can predict a thunderstorm or so. But like I said, it's gonna be a concerning day for that area. But anyway, let's go look at the windstorm warning, and then we would go ahead and pop up. This has been a long update. Gosh. Okay. Anyway, winter storm time. You go into the day. You see that the winter storm popped up. You see it just thinned down in Canada. I mean, yeah, more areas are gonna be expecting snow more than others, but as of now, 2 inches of snow is possible. 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches is possible for some areas. So yeah, power outages is definitely gonna be caused with this snowstorm. But yeah, that's mainly the update. So like I said, I probably would be live tomorrow. I don't know. If I'm not live now, we'll definitely do an update. I'm doing an update either way, to be honest. So, it depends on how bad the storms get. But yeah,